Hello. We're back. Game dev stream. Pog. Gabe, oh my god, Gabe, you're so fast. I don't know how you do it, man. We made it. Ken makes no sense, like, dude, kill me? Yeah, I don't know, man. Best of luck with that. What's up, Asta? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing swell. Yeah, what's up, Munch? I appreciate it, World Class. Good to see you. Hello, Toasted. Yeah, Unreal Engine. Do you also code? I do also code, although most of the coding done in Unreal Engine is done in Blueprints, so it's all visual scripting. So it's still programming, but you don't have to write the actual lines of code. You just have to write using these, visual scripting nodes. There's pros and cons, but overall it's very, very helpful. Yeah, what's up, Chronic? Alright, Asta, appreciate you. Looks way easier than writing? Yeah, true. What about with C++? Yeah, so Unreal Engine, the code is in C++, but I rarely actually work directly in the C++ because it's so much easier to just do the visual scripting. Just making stuff happen. I'm a Rust dev myself. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I've heard that programming in Rust is hard. But what do I know? Language is language. But instead of Punisher, it was Pronounisher, and instead of Judge or Executioner, it was Judge your Executioner. On this episode of Toasted only talks about 3 things. Yeah, that's exactly right, Gib. Talk about other things too? Not really. It really is those 3 things mainly. Well, that falls under Yuri, so. Alright. Anyways. Because the compiler basically possible to get null pointers and seg faults. That's good. Hey, what's up, CERN? So what's the plan? What's the plan? Let me pull up. Yo, what's up, Supercell? Good to see you. There we go. All right. So we are back in it. Back in the land of this game design doc. I did some work off stream. I started working on kind of getting rid of a lot of the systems and stuff, or at least access to the systems and stuff that we don't need. Unneeded menus, UI components, stuff like that. Created a new gym level, which is like kind of like a testing level, and then started setting up some of the infrastructure for spawning, selecting a class and spawning it as the class. Is it Christmas time? Aren't there like 12 days of Christmas? Flood. What's up, Flood? So today is the 10th. And we have a few goals for today. What are our goals? Today, we are going to add Genji Dash to the rogue. Which should be not too difficult, which we shall see. But in order to do that, we're going to need to learn how to create custom abilities from BP ability parent. We do. Were you a Genji main? I was a Genji main. Okay. What is School Doc? The School Doc is the mini game design document for the game. Are you in school? I'm not in school. I graduated 3 years ago. This might take the lion's share of the time. I don't know how fast this is going to be. Oh, but then we also want to add some dummy enemies to the gym. And just add more testing functionality to the gym. So what is the gym? A gym in game development is a test level that allows you to test things. So right now, the gym is literally just an empty box. But you might notice the UI looks a little bit different from how it looked last time, if I mentioned last time. Well, which is I managed to reduce the action bar down to the 4 things, and I figured out not just how to assign not just how to create a class with like assigned skills and abilities, but how to assign those abilities and items to the character before we get onto the map. What type of game we're making? I pinned the game design document in the chat, so you can click on that to see what kind of game we're making. So what I spent some time learning off stream was how basically spawning in the player works and giving them items. And it turns out that it all happens in these components. We've got one component for the abilities, which is the magic component, and one component for, well, actually 2 components related to the inventory and equipment, but there's one inventory component. So what I did was I figured out, based on these initialize events, how these components get initialized, and then kind of reverse engineered how to create the character that I want to create. So I went first into like load save data, and this is where if you have save data, like a save game, it will pull from that to assign weapons and spells to your characters. But we don't want that. We want it to be roguelike, so we want it to be, you start over every time. So luckily, this is only going to run if there is a save game, and otherwise it's just going to fail. And so then after that, I created a new function called initialize starting spells, which basically gets the current class that's selected, which is held in the game instance blueprint, and then uses that to assign the abilities based on the data table that I created. So this data table, DT class data, is basically going to hold all the class data, which is just what classes exist, what 4 abilities do they have, and what weapons do they use. And so now that we have that, then it assigns the abilities as soon as you spawn in. And then the same thing for the inventory. I noticed that the inventory was being set based on the level you were loading into. So if you're using these maps, but we're not going to be using any of those. So I just completely bypassed all that and went through the default pin, made a new function called initialize class items, and it looks the exact same, except instead of getting the abilities, we're getting the weapons. And the end result is now we can spawn in with our dual daggers and our 4 abilities. Now the 4 abilities, only one of them is like custom. You know, it's us throwing the dagger and it explodes, which will be like Panther Spear. The shift, I mean, this is what it does. It just like propels you forwards, which is not exactly what we want. I really hope you aren't making this part into a game dev video based on this current chat. Yeah, no worries, Sing. And the other thing I'm going to want to do is get rid of mana. So no abilities should cost mana because we're going to be using cooldowns instead of mana. So we should just have health. So that should actually be pretty easy. Also at the top, I added a new stat bar, which will be kind of your level up experience. Yeah. So honestly, first thing we could do is get rid of mana, which should be very easy. All we have to do is go to widgets, HUD, BP, or WB HUD, which stands for widget blueprint. You can see we have 4 stat bars, which we reduced down to 2, but we're going to want to reduce it down even more. So all we have to do is literally click on this and set it to collapsed. And what we should notice is that we now only have health. And so then what we can actually do is we can also lower the health. Whoops. To like here maybe. See how that looks. That's too low. Maybe a little bit higher. That's pretty good. There you go. Then the other thing I figured out is that I can get the camera to kind of do what I want, and also get the player to force equip the weapons by just running these functions, which if I didn't run these functions, you spawn in and the camera kind of does this thing, which is really weird when you go back and forth, which is very annoying. And then also you would have to press unsheath, or yeah, unsheath to take out your weapons. And also the player can like do this and not always face forward looking. So by connecting these, I toggle lock on and draw the weapon. And I just remove the keybind for getting rid of the weapon. So now you just spawn in, you pull out the daggers. Then with this game console friendly? Yes, for sure. It will have gamepad support. And then it doesn't do that thing anymore. With the camera now, it looks smoothly. It's like this. Cool. So now we need to make the abilities actually not cost mana anymore, which we're going to do that in a data table, I believe. Data table. Shoot. Oh, magic, right? Ability info. Here we go. Cool. So projectile dagger, that's one of them. It should not take any mana. It currently takes 20, so we can just set that to 0. And then we have dash, should also be set to 0. And then that's it for now. We'll do the rest later. This dash is pretty weird. We're gonna fix that. Keep up with matcha? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. What is next? So that's done. Or create custom abilities for Ability Parent. Man, that's gonna take so long. Let's do the dummies, actually. That'll be more fun. Let's work on the gym itself. So this is the gym. and it looks kind of basic right now. I feel like I should just put, just because it doesn't look like the dash animation just keeps running really fast. Yeah, also it just kind of like propels you instead of traveling a fixed distance. How long have you had the idea for this game? Like a week. Yeah, what's up, Roku? All is well, dude. Hope you're doing good too. Thanks for stopping by. I kind of want to do, can I do like cube grid? How do I do that? I forget how to do cube grid. Oh, that's fine. For now, let's see. Spawn like this. Let's pull in an enemy. I'm not really sure how the enemies work, so that'll be a good thing to learn. Blueprints, AI, BP AI parent, dummy. Oh, dummy, that's good. Let's just drag an AI dummy and just see what happens. All right, see if I can hit it. Oh, that's not good. Because I have lock on, it locks on. Punching it works though. That's not good. What is this music? This is Animal Crossing music. Can we add song requests? No. Because I don't want to listen to your guys' music. Okay, that's not gonna work. This is not good. I need a version of toggle lock on that doesn't actually lock on to anybody and just does the camera thing. Okay, hates his fans confirmed? No, I just don't give in to fans trying to dictate how I run my stream. It's a recurring theme. So we go here, SR remove lock, all these retrace for objects. Lock and locked on, lock target. You gave in a 7 TV though? Yeah, but that has nothing to do with how I run my stream. That's just like some add-on. Why is your PFP cancer? It's from Homestuck. It's the logo for the character Carcat. Okay, I need to delete this guy for now and figure out how this lock-on works. Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. No way. So is that the one your mom wanted? Or no, that's yours?
This is for me.
Nice. See ya. Okay, so that code didn't run. Interesting. Tell her she's so cool and pretty and smart and funny. Okay, I will. So So probably this code is what runs. Nope, that code doesn't run. Okay. So what? Toggle lock on. Scan actors in area. Scan actors area. True. Multi-sphere trace for objects. If it contains blah, it's false. Then if it has the tag AI unit, it's false. Does this run? Okay, that does run. So then this runs, right? Yep, that runs. Okay. So this runs. Also, this create forward traces. Good thing to take a peek at. Yeah, we're gonna get active location, follow camera, get forward vector, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Finally joined the Discord. Let's go. Nice. Okay, so here we go. Return value is false. So this should run, right? No. Okay, wait, what is it returning? Okay, that's not running. What? Where's the... If that's not running, then what the hell is actually causing the lock on? You see Penta cable combo? No, I didn't. Okay, that's not running. That's not running either. Am I crazy? That's not running either. Show nothing's running. Right? Yeah, okay, so this is not running at all. But then is completed running? Okay, complete is running. Okay, so we go this way. And then target found is gonna be false, so that runs. So then we go through here. SR locked on target, lock set with notify. And the notify, here we go. Update camera. Blah, blah, blah. Toggle lock on. Blah, blah, blah. Lock on tick. Toggle lock on, yada, yada. So probably this is what runs, no? Nope. No, that doesn't run either. Okay, so we get to here. Lock on tick. Blah, blah, blah. Toggle lock on. Here we go. Wait, what? What? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. What? Also, oh my god, this is so confusing. Yeah, 115 brings all the Chuck E. Cheese? No. This is peak stream chat? Yeah, super peak. What are you trying to do? So I'm trying to figure out. I ran an event here, toggle lock on, which is what allows me to always be facing, have my character always facing where the camera's facing. The problem is, once I introduced an AI dummy, like right here, I lock onto it, which is not what I want at all. Right, like this is bad. So don't want that. Get rid of that. Which means I need to figure out how to get the effect of always looking at the camera, but without actually locking onto somebody. And so I'm trying to figure out where the code runs that actually just makes me face forward, and it should be this. But this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this code seems completely inconsequential, which makes no sense. Alright, Supercell sounds good. Yo, what's up, Ivy Bo? So let's go into the movement rotation status, because that's definitely. There we go. Need to go to interfaces, switch rotation mode, and see what's implemented there. Okay. Nope. Hey, what's up, Mountaineer? I actually love watching your game dev journey. I started working on a game but couldn't figure it out, so this is so inspiring. Thank you so much. Even when I missed the stream, I watched the VOD after. Wow, Mountaineer, that means a lot to hear. Thank you so much, man. We're all just doing our best out here. Yo, what's up, the Glove Father? It's going well. It's going well. Just trying to track down some code, which is very tricky. Doing a lot of kind of debugging and searching and whatnot. Yeah, okay, so that runs. This might be what we want. Well, let's see, actually, if I disconnect this. Yes, okay, that might actually be what we want. Thank God, I'm getting somewhere. Set wants to strafe. So I wonder, can I just run just this? What is this? Gas component? Okay, so if I do set wants to strafe, let's try that instead. Instead of doing targeting component target lock on, which makes us target the dummy, let's get the gasp movement component. Which, one of the reasons why this is so annoying, because there's like 3 different movement components. It's actually like 4. Where's gasp? Gasp's not even here. Hello? Movement component. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Is there not a gasp? Like, yeah, here we go. Gasp input. Hello? Gasp input. Jesus, I can't speak. Input component. Gasp input. Here we go. Set wants to strafe to true. And that should work. Let's try. Yes. Whoops. Well. How's Texas winter compared to Mass? It's better. Cool. So now we should actually be able to bring in the dummy and not have it lock on. Yes. There we go. Shring, shring, shring. Okay, this hit stun is, or this hit pause is way too aggressive, but good. Cool. Well, now we have a dummy that we can hit. Hiya! Wait. Oops. Bang! Bang! Oh, I hit him with fire damage. That's crazy. Shring, shring, shring. Need to see if we can turn off this fucking hit stun. It's crazy. Let's see, hit stop it might be called. Hit stop? Is there any hit stop anywhere? Might be in the, oh, hit stop info. No, that's in the utils. Resource pickup, no. Weapon interface, maybe. This might be what we want. Character inventory. Yada yada. It's probably going to be, if we go to the actual parent, AI parent, and then look up hit stop inside here. This is probably what we want. Because what I imagine is there's a whole hit stop component. Let's see, taking damage component. Yeah, it's probably in the taking damage component. Let's see. Ignore the hit stop component. Here we go. Might be able to get rid of this. Like, just actually delete it. Trigger hit stop. Like, we just turned it off. Or just make it less aggressive. I don't know. It's like so aggressive. Yeah, what's up, Tyler? You're gonna have a parry mechanic for the sword people? Probably not initially. What is hit stop? I'll show you. Look at this. See how like the game like freaks out a little bit when you land a hit? It like actually makes you like stop moving temporarily. That's hit stop. It's meant to add weight, but it just kind of feels jank. Stop curve. Yeah, you can see how aggressive the fucking hit stop curve is. Can I just like wait? I don't know. I low-key just want to get rid of the hit stop completely. How does it work? Apply time dilation? Let's do this. Let's see if this feels better. See, I kind of liked the little white effect that it did, but not just like the whole screen freezing. Drop from GM3 to Diamond 2, I'm depressed. I'm sorry, man. Playtest when? I'm hoping I can get something playable like by the end of next week, maybe. What's your job besides YouTube? I'm a software engineer. Just making a completely stop the player? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is the time dilation part. Add camera shake for locally controlled players. And then add blink for affected enemies. This is what I want. Yeah, the blink is nice. I like the blink. Whoops. What if we do this? Do this, and then get the blink. Let's see. When music's gonna be in the game? I don't know. Yeah, see then the blink only happens once. It stops happening. Why? Bro, it literally only happens once. Is there a do once note somewhere? Start hit stop. Okay, so that's being called constantly, which is what you want. Is that check if hit stop should affect the attacker. Hit stop can't affect an already affected target. This is probably the issue, is that it's thinking that it's already affected. Affected targets. Affected targets add, listen, hit stop end, start hit stop. Why does it do start hit stop twice? Damage to action component? Why does it do it twice? What do you engineer at your job? I am in healthcare IT, so we build software for healthcare companies. Oh, that's sick, mid. Really, really cool. Okay, yeah, so that is the issue. It thinks that the hit stop is still going for some reason, which means we need to look at how affected targets is. Let's see. On target hit stop ended event. Listen hit stop end. Find event on hit stop end. Why not just at the end of it, just add a pin and just say set affected targets and just make it empty? Would that not also work? Clear. Like, am I insane? Yeah, there we go. Okay, the camera shake, I don't know what it is. It's like the camera shake plus like the visual distortion that's like kind of fucking with me a little bit. Camera shake scale, here we go. Camera shake scale. Just put in like 15, make it less. And then, how do I stop procrastinating? And just start. Just stop procrastinating. What's up, Astronaut? How's engineering on Windows 11 been going for you since last year? I've made the switch to Linux. Yeah, Windows. I mean, I have no complaints. I like Windows. So overlay material, blah blah blah. Okay. Cool. That's fine for now. Okay, that was a bit of a tangent, but it works out. How's the progress? Progress is good. Progress is good. Progress is good. This is where we're at. Add dummies. More testing functionality to the gym. I don't even know what else I would need right now, but I just needed a dummy. Okay, I think it might be time to try to add Genji Dash. Yeah, what's up, your boy Christmas? It might be time. Might be time. Let us see. Close all these. Tafar. Oh, Tafar! No way. Wait. Hey, Tafar. Oh my god, you found my second channel. Wait, of course you found my second channel. This is the fucking channel I sent you videos on. Tafar, how's it going, man? Bro. Dude, I lurked in one of your game dev streams, but you had like audio issues. But also I've been kind of AFK. But how you been, man? It's good to see you. What is the importance of Tafar? Bro, that's like asking what is the importance of fucking Gandhi? Like what? Jesus. Eminem. No, Tafar's great. Tafar's just an old friend of mine. Yeah, we go way back. This is the Nasby days. You guys are all like new heads. Tafar is an old head. Busy as Biba, nice to see you're working on your game. Yeah, I'm just kind of finally getting back into the swing of things. I have a good feeling about this one. I'm changing the plan a little bit with it, but I feel really good about it. There's a mini game design doc that's pinned in the chat if you're curious. But yeah, they really don't know about the Carcat Patrick hack. It's crazy. I'm 20. I'm an uncle. Yeah, man. Hello, Scoots. I'm looking because I'm playing on the alt with Cosmos and Eve. I get it. You hate me. Colin. Eminem is the same level as Jesus and Gandhi. True. What are we working on today? So I bought this this template project to get me up and started called the Flexible Combat System. And it's basically what it sounds like. It comes with a combat system. But it's built in a very Souls-like kind of context. I'm trying to rework it into a roguelike. So a lot of my work over the last few sessions has been figuring out basically what makes the template project tick, because there's a lot of moving parts, and then reworking it to be able to work into a roguelike. So for example, they use like save games so that your weapons and equipment and levels and all that kind of stuff stays the same. But for a roguelike, obviously we wanted to reset on each run. So I had to go in, figure out how do weapons get assigned, how do abilities get assigned, and rework it to start kind of fitting into like a class-based system where you can pick a class and then do a roguelike kind of format. Yeah, it's basically studying the template project until I can start getting into adding new content, which I'm actually just about to start doing now, because I set up this little bare bones box that I can test in cleanly, and also like the UI and stuff was just chock full of all these systems that I don't actually want in the game, because this asset that I use, the template project, it comes with so many different systems, not most of which I don't need. It's got like questing, it's got crafting, it's got a full inventory system, it's got all this kind of stuff, and I don't want like half that or more. So a lot of the early stuff was also paring it down, getting rid of stuff I don't need, and that was pretty satisfying to like clean up the UI. And so now instead of like 4 bars in the bottom left, there's just health, and the action bar used to be like 9 slots. Now it's down to 4 slots, which automatically get assigned to your abilities, which didn't used to be the case. I now finally figured out how to like basically programmatically hand the character abilities and weapons, so they can just pick a class in the lobby and then have that transfer to what abilities and weapons they get when they load into the game. And then it's also been reworking the player controller, because the movement felt very clunky and the attacks all used root motion, so you couldn't move while using them because they had like fixed movement. So I changed it so that the animations only apply to the top half of the body, and then let the bottom half of the body continue moving. That way you can move while fighting. Which the goal here is to turn what was originally like this Souls-like kind of project template into what feels more like a hero shooter. That's familiar, but do you program as well, or are you like all visual script? I mean, in general I program, but when it comes to Unreal, it's 99% visual scripting, because the C++ is so like dense and annoying. I know Unity has visual scripting, but it's not like the main thing that most people use, or maybe I'm wrong, but in Unreal it really is like the main thing most people use is visual scripting. Yo, what's up, Cable? Easier to tear something down than building it from scratch. Exactly. Building this from scratch, getting to this point from scratch would have taken weeks. But the other thing you guys don't know about Tafar is he is actually a game dev. So while most of you guys are just listening to me yap and have no idea what's going on, he's, you know, actually a game dev, which is awesome. Yo, what's up, Steven? You saw tools to do stuff without coding? Yeah, very true. What if I'm a game dev in disguise? Then could you help me, please? So now that I've set up a good testing environment, I've got the movement feeling good enough for now. It's still, because it uses a new system called motion matching, it like looks very fluid, but it doesn't feel very good. It feels very slow and not snappy, which is kind of what I want it to be more. But for now, it's working. So now I want to try to actually see if I can code a new ability, which I'm going to try to make Genji Dash. Yeah, well, the hope is that it's prettier shapes. We shall see if the shapes are actually prettier. Right. So with that in mind, we have this parent blueprint that the template gives you for abilities, and I kind of just want to figure out what I can do with it. So I'm going to make a direct child of this first, and then go from there. All the like ability info, item info, and now class info is held in data tables, and then the code pulls from those data tables to figure out things like how much mana it's going to cost, cooldowns, all that kind of stuff. And so what we'll do is we'll create a child blueprint of this and just call it BP ability dash. And for those of you who aren't familiar with object-oriented programming, what that means is this right here is the parent function, and all these events that are just empty, this class also has access to those. So I could say take begin ability charge and go to, I don't think it'd be in functions. Yeah, I would. And you just do this, override the function, and now I can plug stuff into here. I know how to click. I'm looking at most of the visual scripts. Yeah, it's yeah. Most of them you're not even meant to like really know what. I mean, unless you're really diving into something. If it works, I'm not touching it for now. Will you have a demo for this game at some point? Yeah, I'm hoping to have something minorly playable that people could try by the end of next week. But it's literally just going to be, you know, you run around and can hit stuff that walks towards you, you know, like super simple, but just so that I can also go through the pipeline of packaging and putting it on Steam. Wires are scary? No, but the thing is, wires are so nice. Lines of code is scary. Lines, you can just take the lines and fucking throw them willy-nilly. And what's really nice is that in terms of debugging, like at any point you can just drag this and throw a print statement here and to see if the code is, you know, running. And there it's, you know, it's not running in that moment. So that's what we're going to be doing, is using just print statements for now to kind of get a sense of the architecture of these ability blueprints. So here we've got, you kind of just have to track through, like all of these are basically function calls, but you know, there's a difference between events and functions in Unreal. It's not a huge deal. But we have this initialize. The way you do a lot of like digging is you just right click on something and do find references, and you can see what calls it. So in this case, nothing in here is calling initialize. So if we want to figure out what's calling initialize, we go to find references and do all. And then we can see every single blueprint that calls something named initialize, which is also not super helpful because initialize is a very common keyword. So that's not great. But it doesn't matter too much because we know that initialize is being called at the beginning. So we can just assume. Well, use your job. I use ObjectScript. How do you plan to implement the multiplayer that already built into the preset? So in terms of actually getting people to be able to join each other, for that you need what's called a subsystem. And fortunately, Steam has the Steam subsystem. That's how you're able to join people through like Shift Tab in Steam games. So there's that element of implementing multiplayer, which I'll need to integrate the Steam subsystem into the blueprint code, which there's plugins for that. Otherwise, you have to deal with the net code. And in Unreal, luckily, there's decent, you know, just multiplayer networking code out of the box, although it is kind of, can be very finicky, as that code tends to be. But you can basically, on any single one of these, determine if it runs on the client, on the server, or if it gets multicasted to everybody. And you have to use those to make stuff happen in a multiplayer context. So if you want an animation that everyone sees, then you have to multicast it. If you want something to only show up to the client, you have to run it on the client. And if you want something to be server authoritative, you have to run it on the server. What the hell is that? ObjectScript, it's built off of JavaScript, but it's specifically for a company that creates a product that I work with. Only time I ever messed with Visual Studio in Unity when I'm running shaders. Yeah, I don't know anything about shaders. Honestly, as soon as you started talking about shaders in one of your videos, my head was like, you were like, if anyone knows about shaders, please let me know. I'm like, bro, I don't think anyone knows about shaders. They make, yeah, anything visual or graphics related, I have no idea what goes into any of that. Okay. So for example, this executes on all means that it's multicast. And we set all these variables, set variables, blah, 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 yada, yada, begin ability charge. Call them the spells created. Okay. So these child events are the ones that we're going to want to override. So for example, if we get called when spell tries to fire versus called when Anna notify fire spell. So we probably just need this, send ability. Let's try that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create, we have our BP ability dash, and we're going to overwrite send ability. And literally just make a print statement that says ability fired. Then what we have to do is we have to replace the blueprint for our melee dash with our new blueprint. So here you can see BP ability melee. What we want is for that to be BP ability dash. So this is a data table that contains every single ability that comes pre-made in the preset, and also one that I made earlier. And so they let you just take a bunch of default templates like a single projectile that explodes, a healing ability, all that kind of stuff, and you can tweak a bunch of pre-exposed settings, like how much mana it costs. It makes it very easy to just tweak small stuff. Did just a bit of studying after that makes all sense? Hell yeah, dude. That's a lot of stuff you're working on. It's just very impressive. I love seeing it. Unity's native netcode was unbelievably garbage. Gave up on making a multiplayer game. Well, you can definitely talk to Tafar about that because he's using I know what it's called. Is it Photon? It's some like sci-fi, well, not sci-fi, it's some like science name for the netcode. I think it's Photon, right? Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. Photon Quantum. Yeah. So Cable, like Unity, you know, built in netcode, whatever. There's netcode frameworks that you can use instead. And that's what Tafar is using for his project. Okay, so we replaced, oh, my mouse died, well. We replaced the blueprint, so it should be normal now. And the hope, what we're expecting is that we'll press the ability and nothing will happen, and it'll say in the top left, ability, whatever I said. Okay, so it didn't happen. That's weird. It should have said ability fired. What about begin ability charge? Or say ability created. Did I change the mouse? Yeah. Okay. I press shift. No, did I have to press shift for that to happen? Yeah, I pressed shift to set ability created. Okay. So that did something. So is ability created really what we want? It's not send ability. Interesting. Well, why don't I just keep that here? Because no reason not to. Learning better was harder than learning Unity. Dude. Don't even get me started. 3D modeling, that's something I will never ever touch. Haven't done any programming because you went down the Blender rabbit hole. Yeah, no, I'm not jealous. I will always just let someone else do all that. I would much rather burn some money than spend any time trying to learn how to 3D model. Ah, dang. Yeah, I can imagine that. That's crazy. I'm jealous. Okay, so the question is, I pressed it once and it happened. But why? Begin ability charge, stop ability charge. Okay, what if we do this? Yeah, it's weird. It just like stops me from being able to do stuff. I think it's something to do with the way it's configured in this table. Rigging is an even deeper nightmare. Yeah, I don't even know what like rigging involves. I mean, I know you have to like make bones and stuff, but okay, what if I instead... Well, no, that wouldn't do anything. Mm. Yeah. Okay, so I can get it to do ability created, but then as soon as I use the ability, it like then just makes my character put away the swords and then locks him out of doing anything else. I can't punch, I can just move. I can't use any other spells. I'm just getting completely locked out. Which is weird. need to look at an ability that like doesn't mess up. Let's see. Got this one. So here on ability charge, melee ability data, blah blah blah, play sound, check ownership. That's if it doesn't have a charge up, then go through this and check ownership. I see, so check ownership gets called from here. And it looks like that's the only thing that runs. And this is going to call ownership success, then ownership success is empty. But on melee ability, ownership success does send ability, and then send ability does all of this, plays the animation. So what we probably just need to try doing is mimicking the structure of all this. So in ability dash, we want to do our ownership check, and then on ownership success, we call send ability and get rid of this. Or no, maybe we don't. Yeah, keep that there. And then this should get us to send ability, which you can confirm by doing a print statement. Are you coding dash reset right now? Well, we first have to just make the dash. And to make the dash, we need to get a stronger understanding of how the abilities work in this template. And if it doesn't seem to be what we want, then we might just have to roll our own ability system, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But okay, so we got send ability. That's mimicking what we saw, but we're still getting locked out, which means the stuff that stops you from getting locked out is probably after send ability. So if we go back to send ability, we get the hit result under cursor by channel. We get it as the mouse location. We fire the spell animation, and then we send the spell anim. On the spell anim, we blah blah blah. We play the montage. Spell fired set to true. And then we get stop. So spell fired being set to true is the only thing that I see here that's super notable. But then we get event trigger ability into parent trigger ability. And event trigger ability gets triggered from the animation. For now, let's just try triggering it from here. We'll do that, and then we'll do event trigger ability and make a call to the parent function like this, and play that. Shit looks like hell on earth. Yeah, it's tough. The more I look at game dev, the less I want to do his career. Yeah. Okay, so we're still getting locked out. Amazing. Question is, why are we getting locked out? We're getting stuck in a state of like it thinks we're still casting the ability. That's the problem. Already hit enemy, blah blah blah, set actor rotation, MC spawn system, that's gonna be the Niagara effects, apply damage traces, set timer, send traces, stop ability. Deactivate. I do astronomy / astrophysics. I mean, whatever you're drawn to, man. Whatever you're drawn to. For me, my dream is to make a fun game. And the problem is game dev is just really, really fucking hard. Yeah, so a lot of stuff happens in these montages, which is the next thing I was going to check. Because you're definitely right. There's some sort of just can act type of Boolean that is making me not able to do literally anything. So for that, we go to Fire Dash. We go to, this is a data table of the animations. Kind of annoyed at how many data tables there are in this, but I guess, you know. Data tables are good. Okay, so this is what we got. We got animation modify, trigger and stop ability, trigger next ability. I think trigger next ability is what we want. Receive notify, next ability, return value. Next ability, instant cast, ability setup, true. Can animation play. Without reading too much into this, I'm literally just gonna call this function and see if it fixes it. The other thing that I could try, just to confirm that we're in the right place, is just playing the montage. If I just do this and just get the dash, what's it called? Melee attack. Is it this? Melee charge attack. Perfect. Okay, let's see if this works. Aha! And there we go. Yep. Cool. Nice. Ability factoring is the false be the part that could fix it based on the reload script I saw. Dang, you got fast eyes, man. I didn't even see that. This one? Yeah. You're so right. You're so right. Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. It's gonna be on the magic component, so we gotta. Do I have a reference to? Oh, you're so right, man. So we need mesh comp, get owner, get component by class magic. That's what we need. So from here, wait, PP dash. You get character mesh, get the owner of the mesh, which is the player, get the magic component from the player, set ability firing to false. I bet this just fixes it. Okay, I guess not. But that's okay. We're still hyped because we were in the right spot. It's probably a combination of things. Like it might be that boolean plus other booleans. No, I mean I think you're still right. I think you're still right. No. That's so funny. I think it's just this. If we just call next ability, I bet that honestly does it. Hold on. Bring it back. Bring it back. Ah, damn. Wait, control Y is not working. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's pause that for now. Let's do next ability. Oops, next ability. I bet this fixes it. Yo, what's up, French? Yeah. That more or less did the trick with some exceptions. It's not the full package. It's half the package. Yeah, no, dude. Animal Crossing is so goated for this. Is like, yeah, I love this shit. When I stream on my main channel and do Marvel Rivals, I never have music in the background, and it's sad. I mean, it's fine because there's a lot of gameplay, but for this, it's perfect. And sometimes the transition between Animal Crossing tracks will coincide with like some transition of what I'm doing, and then it just feels like I had scripted it. Okay, brilliant. So all we need now is I think, genuinely, I think instead of coding dash a certain way, no, I do need to code it a certain way because you need to be able to dash in any direction. Okay, well, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is create a duplicate of this. I think call it M-1. And what we're gonna try is getting rid of, oh, this isn't gonna work, hold on. Okay, lol, get wrecked, noob. I'll use this time to grab a Diet Coke. Good thing we saved, yeah. I did find a YouTube video that someone made on how to make Genji Dash in Blueprints.
Dash length will basically control how far we want debug type. If I move to the left, the tip of the result, we name this variable.
What I'm curious is, this all makes sense,
and we've also,
but how do you actually lerp the players?
Timeline, 2 seconds.
Use a timeline?
0 time. This node alpha over here is basically this one. So if you have used alert before, then you know exactly. And your alpha is basically in our location. And
the timeline, lerp between the two locations, and you set actual location.
Plug in. We set all this with
Makes sense. And you
to
sweep.
the other side of the wall. But if you have this tick, then it's simply.
Oh yeah, sweep is good because it triggers overlaps along the way, which means you can just.
And I'm gonna hit shift. And you can see that our character did.
Wait, yeah, that's good. Okay. That's definitely the method. Maybe we'll come back to that. Well, I can just leave it here. It doesn't have the pre-patch dash cancel. I don't want it. What was it doing? I forget. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a new animation because what we want is just any sort of dash animation but that doesn't force the character to move, that doesn't use root motion. So what I need is, where the hell is I always forget where the actual like animation is. Is it in this? I appreciate it, Colin. I appreciate you guys for being here. To be honest, I enjoy streaming this way more than I enjoy streaming Rivals right now. Rivals is ass. I just wish well, I don't care that much about viewership, but it would be kind of cool if I had the same viewership I got with Rivals, but with game dev. Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Where's melee charge? There we go. Whoops, wait, it was there. Melee charge attack. Here we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate melee charge attack and call it melee -1 to signify that we're probably gonna fuck it up, and so we'll need a -2 at some point. Then we are going to just get like the first, like that much of it. Yeah. Maybe like, there, okay. And what we'll do is we'll remove all the frames after this. Bang. So now it's just the dash. Then we will disable root motion and create a Yama, create a anim montage, melee dash 1 montage. Emperor's Rivals and Wily streams are a lot more fun to watch too. Appreciate it. These streams are so much more fun to watch than Rivals. Steven, even you? No way. If only everyone else agreed. Honestly, I haven't even put it to the test, but I will definitely stream game dev on main once it's further along, I think. Okay. So we have our dash montage, but now we need to retrofit it with we need to retrofit it with these. I'm gonna say we just need trigger next ability because I don't want to. I don't want to do all that, you know. Add notify. Trigger next ability. Put it at the end. Okay, so let's just try playing this and seeing if it'll play nice or if we need more anim notifies. If we go back to our BP ability dash and change this to M melee. Wait, M dash? No, melee dash. That's what it is. Melee dash 1 montage. Here we go. Bang! Okay, so it like doesn't play the whole montage, which is kind of weird. It just kind of does this. That's so weird. Why does it do that? What if I... Yeah, why does it do that? That doesn't make any sense. Massive dash. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, you know what? I bet it's this. I say for the 10 millionth time. Next ability, magic attempting aim is not instant cast. Create ability conditions, success is false, then release ability, or yeah, see, I think that is kind of what's happening. It might be what happened. It might be this. I'm not even sure if this might be the issue, but it might be playing an animation too quickly after the first one or something. I don't even know. Stupid! What's up, stupid? Which might be getting set in the data table. It's like one of the major downsides of, you know, using a preset system is that you gotta deal with all the stuff they did. Also, what we can do is really quick. We can do this. Dagger. Dagger. Cool. So that will make it so that we don't put away the daggers when we dash. Yeah, now they stay in our hands, which is cool. This dash is going crazy. This is tilting. Also, another thing I'm wondering is why is it even moving forward at all? I disabled room motion. The Soul 11 game you're working on? No, it's slightly different. It's slightly different. I pinned the game design document if you want to check it out in the chat. You heard of the rubber duck method? Of course, of course. And it is goated. It is extremely goated. Another benefit of streaming. Okay, what if I delete this? If I delete this, does that just break everything? Yeah, if I delete that, then I can't click anything. So that's... We know we need that. But we also know that that's not what's causing the animation to not fully play, because we got rid of it and the animation still didn't fully play. So now the question is, what is actually causing the ability to not fully play? And the answer is I have no fucking idea. Okay. So when we... Is this all 11 game scrapped? Yeah. This one is just way more doable. 2 will be more fun, trust. But we're gonna borrow some of the stuff from that other idea and put it into this one. No, it's okay, World Class. This is gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a fun game. Plus, if this game actually makes it, if this game actually makes it, then we can just borrow mechanics and assets and put it into the Soul 11 game and make that one after. So no worries. Okay. So when you press shift, it calls begin ability charge, check ownership. It goes through all this. It goes trigger ability to the parent function, trigger ability, and then it plays the montage. Now we see the montage is somewhat kind of playing. Right? I mean, I'm moving, so like pressing shift is doing something, where before pressing shift I was not moving at all. So we know that the issue with the montage, it has to be after this, right? What if I just get rid of trigger ability and we just play the montage? Same thing. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be... So it's got to be something with how we're actually playing the montage, or something with like kind of the untangible, again, something here, like almost like it's expecting it to not be an instant cast. But it has charge up is set to nothing. What do I have to do to get this game for free? I don't know. This game doesn't even exist yet, so. The problem is I can't really rubber duck this because I literally, it's not what's happening here, and it's not what's happening at the end when we're calling this function. It's literally just like choking on this play montage. Something is immediately stopping the montage. That's surely what's happening. But the thing is, it wasn't happening with the original dash, right? When it was this one. Right? Like there we get the whole animation. Interesting. So why do we get the whole animation there, but not the whole animation with our dash? The answer has to be inside the actual animation montages themselves. Which means we probably need to make it look more like this. Trigger and stop ability, toggle knockback and collision is probably not that. It's probably either this like input buffer switch or trigger and stop ability. Let's start with trigger and stop ability. See if that does anything. Nope. Okay, input buffer switch also maybe sounds... What do you guys think of the gameplay? Oh. Oh, wait. How come that's happening? That might just be what's happening when you press shift and left click. Hold on. I'll debug that later. That's not important. Home dash technique? Yeah, man. This close to Genji. Take a shower once the NPC can dash. It might be a while, dude. I actually have zero clue what the issue is. Was notification on the first frame? Yeah, this one is. I haven't even added this one to the original one. And I was kind of just eyeballing these ones. Doesn't seem to... Like, genuinely at a loss. Wait. No. Yeah, so it seems to have nothing to do with the... Oh, now my camera's stuck. And I can't move. And I can't do anything. Okay, don't spam shift, guys. Yeah, the only... As far as I can tell, the only difference is the animation that's being played. Which... makes literally no sense. Yeah, it's like literally just this montage works and this montage works and this one doesn't. What's between a montage and a regular animation? So, the regular animation is I mean, I don't know the exact things, the exact like difference in engine I couldn't tell you. I can only tell you practically speaking that it has to be a montage for it to actually play on a character mesh at runtime. Animations otherwise are just like sequences that you can put into like the Unreal animation stuff like sequencer, but for it to play like in a game it needs to be a montage, as far as I know, I think. That was different. Hold on. Okay, see, that time I did the dash, but it just shoved me forwards, which is what was happening to me last time too, when I made this ability. Like, it doesn't play the animation, it just... It just shoves me forwards. Which maybe the animation is like too fast? I don't know. It shouldn't be though. Yo, what's up, Notorious? What if I made it slower? What if I made it faster? Okay, that's not what I want. I'm losing my mind. What the fuck? He doesn't even attempt to do the fucking animation. I just don't get it. Will it work with an animation that's not the original dash or the one you made? It should. Yeah, let's try. Let's try with a different one. Let's see what we got. Let's do wood chopping. Let's see what this does. Aha! Oh, now I can only wood chop. Okay, so it's playing the animation. So, yeah, what's up? Maybe it's just because I edited it directly. Maybe it just hates my animation. Maybe we should need a different one. Let's see if we can find a different one on Mixamo. I don't know if I have a login. You should log in with Google, right? It might just be like it hates that I, you know, cut out the animation manually, and it just hates my animation. It just doesn't like it. I see what we got. Dash. Strafe. No, I need like a dash. Mutant run. So no, just dash? Dang. Maybe look up lunge. Yo, what's up, Scoots? Yeah, no, that's a completely fair guess. What's tripping me out is that changing the animation out in that same node makes it work for certain animation, and we mirrored the anim notifies the exact same, so I have no idea what code could even be related. I'm about to just take one of these and just use it. Like this one. Can you imagine? This is the dash animation. Yo, what's up, Black Leg? Let's do it. Download. I think we just need an FBX, right? Without skin. 60 frames per second. Download. Okay. Now I should be able to import. Import. Downloads. Open. Will that just work? It will. Aha. Okay. Then. I think I can just preview. No, this might not actually be what you're supposed to do. A valid skeleton must be set. Where do I set that? Skeleton. Wait. No, I need to know what the... Bro. Okay, hold on. I need to know what the skeleton... SKM Manny Simple? Okay, SK Mannequin should be fine. What's this? Oh, same thing. And there probably is like, I don't know. It's fine. Import. SK Mannequin, import. Bang. Oh no. Try the dancing twerk animation instead. That might work. I don't think I imported this correctly. I don't want to look up a tutorial on how to import from Mixamo, bro. I should know this. I should know this. All right, Tavar, thank you so much for coming by, man. It's good to see you. It's very, very good to see you. Here we go. Okay, now I just need to retarget it. Okay, let's see it. See my new animation. Hell yeah, man. Best of luck video editing. Did it do the thing that I wanted it to do or no? There we go. Boom. Okay. Now that we've got that, now we just need to create an anim montage. Dancing, twerk, anim 1. Why'd I come back here adding twerking? Because we needed a dash animation. And this is the perfect one. Okay. Then we just need to add a notify. Next ability. Okay, now we just go to ability dash and look up twerk, and when we press the dash button, and voila. Yeah. Oh my god. Yo. Dude, this is epic. Oh my god, I can move. Oh my god, yeah. Holy shit. Okay, we got our dash animation. Okay, guys, now, we can actually program Genji Dash. There are a few things we need to double check though. First, trigger ability, blah blah blah. Switch has authority. MC spawn system. Interesting. Car for real. Hello. I added twerking to my game. He's starting the final game. Alright, if we just have emotes. Okay, question. If I set the number of players to 2, play as listen server. I'm actually hitting that though. Yeah, what's up, Eve? Yeah. 2026 game of the year. Let's go. Oh my god, he actually just twerking the shit out of it. It's crazy. Okay, so that is an issue. Is that it only plays on the server right now? And the reason is because check ownership success. When does it? It's triggered from the animation. Okay, event sendability. SR fire spell animation. MC send spell anim. There we go. So on sendability, we need this kind of stuff. Is it already in here? No, it's not. Okay, so we need to start copying some of this stuff over. So for example, calls MC send spell anim. Fiction play montage. I see what's happening here. I understand it now. Guys, it's all about network replication. So the animation gets played on the server and on the client, but it gets multicast, which means it gets played on everybody's. But to multicast things, you need to play it from the server. But the animation calls event trigger ability, which means if you want it to not run multiple times, you have to switch has authority, and that's when you would play the special effects, so you can multicast it to everyone as well. When are you gonna end stream? Probably in like an hour. So now, instead of this, trigger ability is gonna get called from there, and instead from here we can call SR fire spell animation. And now when we play with two characters, the client can emote correctly. There we go. Yo. Okay, I'm understanding it. Okay, so now what we need to figure out is whoops. Is how to do our Genji dash. So what we're gonna do now is pull up, no, not that, god damn it. This, here we go. So we're back here. We're gonna wanna actually do the dash now. And I'm wondering if we should maybe do it not here, but honestly, it's probably fine. What we're gonna do, we need to get the owner. We need to cast to BP character. No, sorry, BP player character. Make it a pure cast and get a reference to the camera. And the camera is called follow camera. Follow camera. Get follow camera. Then we need to get the location. Get world location. You guys can see what we're cooking, right? You guys see the vision? I get the world location. This will get the world location. Now we're gonna do a line trace by channel. And I think we're gonna do it on both. This is going to be where it starts. At the end, we're going to get forward vector. Let's see. Get forward vector. And multiply by the dash distance to load. I'm gonna put this to a variable and call it dash distance. And for now, the dash distance will be, I don't know, 100. I don't know. I have no idea what this is going to actually translate to. Then we're going to get the world location vector and add it to this vector. And that
All right, here we
will be the end of our line trace. So what we should notice is if we set the draw debug for a duration and set the duration to 5 seconds, we should be able to press shift and see nothing. What the fuck? And that's because triggerability was never called. Not what you want. Before we call triggerability, I do want to double check what triggerability actually does on the parent, because I'm pretty sure it does something. Where is it? Triggerability, reduce mana, remove spawned item from store. What the fuck? Yeah, we don't need any of that. All right, cool. So we can just get rid of that. Goodbye. And instead, we will just create a custom event called dash. Okay, then all we have to do is call dash we want it to run on the server and on the client, I think. So what we'll do is create a custom event, call it SR dash, and it will just call dash. No, this is going to be owning client dash. Run on owning client, reliable. And we're going to do switch has authority. How are we going to do this? I think we can actually just run this on the client. I think it should be fine. So honestly, what we could do is just run dash here. This should be fine. Okay, so now when we press shift, we should see a line trace. And bang. There it is. Does not go very far. Lol. So our dash distance needs to be way longer. Let's try 2000. Why does character dance when you do it? No reason. Will it be free to play? Unfortunately, no, because I'm about to put in literally hundreds of hours into development, and I don't want to have like that many in-game transactions. So it'll probably be like $10. Let's play Rivals. I missed that part. Oh, you know. Okay, that's pretty good. Hold on. Let's see. How far does he make the dash length go?
So how far we want our Genji dash to be? So let's start it off with 600.
600? That's like nothing. Okay, maybe that's actually plenty. Let's let's set it to 1500 for now. That should be fine. Okay, so we got our trace. The trace is doing what we want it to do. And now what we need to do is, what do we need to do? Tell me.
That we've coached location.
YouTube guru.
The trace and
Trace and.
We're also gonna
Get actual location.
Basically.
Okay, let's break this. Get the trace and dash end.
From to do this, I'm
Location.
gonna use, so from this custom event, I'm gonna drag out to. Let's make. I'm gonna.
Timeline. I hate timelines. Why can't I create a timeline? There we go. Dash movement. Timeline. What's a variable? No, that's not what I wanted. Get actual location. There we go. What's the variable? Dash start. Okay. How's it going? It's going good, K2. It's going good. We're programming Genji Dash as we speak. As we speak.
Let's start off with 0, 0, 2 and 1. If you
How fast is Genji Dash? Dash timeline. Is Genji Dash like 0.25, no, like 0.5 seconds? Something like that?
click these two alpha over here is basically this
Yeah, wait. Yeah, here we go.
line that we've made in the but if you haven't, then a lerp is basically translating one vector to another using an alpha, and your alpha is basically your slider.
Okay, I think I got the idea. Get dash end. Boom, boom, boom. Return value. Then on update, we're going to take the player character and set world position. No, wait. What's the node?
So plug in
set actor location. Okay, you guys ready? I think this is it. I think this is it. Free to move like Panther? Probably free to move like Panther, just make it feel better. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom! Nice. It's too slow. It's too slow, but it's there. It's too slow, but it's there. Still too slow. Bang! Oh yeah. Bang! Oh, but I can't go through him. Bang! Bang! Oh my god, wait, it's actually just Genji Dash. You. Bang! Dude. This dance is too funny. It's too funny, man. Can I just get rid of the dance, low-key? I actually don't think I can. Because I need to call this fucking... Oh my god. Okay, so now I just need a 0.25 second long animation that does this. And then I'm good. Is the dance immortalized? Yeah, man. The dance is definitely going to be in the game as an emote or something. Okay, cool. Sorry, I got distracted. So we got our dash. We're chilling. Like it's doing what it needs to do. Now the animation is just too like shitty, obviously. Now we just need an actual dash animation, and we are like in such good shape. If I could just get just the part of the animation where he's twerking, that'd be hilarious. Oh, you know what we can do? Wait. You know what we can do? So first, I'm just gonna throw this like right at the beginning. That might just fix it. No. What I can do is after the dash on finished, stop. Let's see, montage. Wait. Oh, I can't just stop the montage. Not sure what to do. Oh, wait, I can change the starting position. Hold on. What if I change the starting position to like the end? No, that didn't work. Interesting. Okay, instead of doing that, what if I turn up the play rate by like a lot? It's so like glitchy. Okay, now the question is, does it work multiplayer? Let's see. Oh yeah, looks like it does. Oh, but then I can't do anything after. Dude. Oh, right, because I moved the fucking thing to the end. Should probably be at the beginning. So, spear, dash. Okay, so the only problem is it collides with stuff and then stops. You know what I mean? It needs to not do that. So if we turn off sweep, what happens? Oh, okay. This is Sanctuary Games' debut game. Yeah, that's the hope. Almost a little too fast now. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of weirdness to work out. I think what I really need now is just a better animation. Thanks, Astronaut. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, something like this would be perfect. let's retarget this to Manny. Cool. Yo, what's up, Supercell? Okay, unfortunately, he's facing the wrong way now. How do I fix that? Wait, I need to make it shorter first. Actually, let me like make a duplicate of this first. Flying in M1, perfect. And then dash, does he still torque? He does dash now. It's a little this is not. Okay, now we create and a montage of this. Add trigger next ability. And then should be able to replace our twerking now with flying. And let's see how it looks. Fuck. Oh. Okay, so it really hates when I strip out. That's so annoying, man. Thank you, Steven. Yeah, we got him to actually kind of dash. Kind of. Oh, it's the Ezra Miller Flash. Yeah, no, it's slowly making progress. Unfortunately, I keep boofing it. Bro. Why won't he face the correct direction? This is really annoying. I hate this. Honestly, like, it was working the best when he was twerking. I'm not even gonna lie. You ever made a full project before? Like small ones, yeah. Why? Okay, let's see if this guy has any other advice on how to do this.
Location. Make sure that we're called. Remember, is you're gonna want to take this sweep boolean in the set active location, and so I'm gonna. Let's try 0.5. So also do is we can also increase the dash length. The dash is a little too slow, right? Note here too. Point, jump up, look, and we're gonna call it dash on CD question. Dash is setup, and I want to do this right away. So as soon as you enter here, we're gonna want the dash code. So it's gonna execute bring it from our dash is not off. It says dash on.
Okay. Yeah, we pretty much did everything. He doesn't lock up anymore? Yeah, he doesn't like hump the air. It's a slight improvement. But like sometimes, yeah, the dash just like chokes and doesn't move. It's pretty annoying. You go through the floor a little bit sometimes. It just like doesn't do anything sometimes. I don't know why it's so buggy. For some reason going up, it like freaks out going up. I don't know why. It's just the animation we picked for the dash animation. Well, we did do this, kind of. Kind of did this. This is not really a thing that we need. Yeah, we could do that, but we're gonna run into the similar issues. Yeah, it is getting colder. I love it. It's really good. really know what to do. Huh? Is the access dash movement timeline to your property dash movement timeline, but dash movement timeline is not valid. Ending kill or garbage. That doesn't make any sense. A lot of experience with game design like this. Game dev, I wouldn't say a lot of experience. I have a medium amount of experience. But game design, I think I have a pretty good eye for game design. Why the fuck? Why is it failing? Why did that work, but this doesn't? That doesn't make any sense, bro. Oh, it's because dash is run. Wait. My brain hurts. The problem is it's like too complicated to ask ChatGPT. Like it won't have all the context unless I just give it tons of context. It can be really annoying. Honestly, I'm getting ready to end, I think, because we made pretty decent progress, I'd say. Learn more about how the ability system works. Started getting the dash set up. I can't really think of anything else I want to do right now. Man, game dev's so hard. Yeah, it's really not. Oh. Wait. I think I know what's making it buggy. Hold on. I think I might have figured it out. I think my movement input is fucking it up. think that might have been it. No. No. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Door's stuck. Yeah, it was looking better except for the stuck. Is still Animal Crossing OST? Yeah, it is. I don't think set actor location is the best node for this, to be honest. Fuck. Yeah, it's looking smoother except when it does that. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, sometimes it just freaks out and just doesn't happen. Yo, what's up, Roku? We're trying to figure out how to make this dash more consistent. Sometimes it just fails. It fails and I get stuck. Is there a pattern to the fails? It feels mostly random, as far as I can tell. Version of camera thing? I don't know. I really have no idea. It just seems to be very finicky. Okay, but this is good though. This is good. I mean, I figured out how to set up like a more custom ability. This is really, really good, and it's going to be the framework for how we go making custom abilities for all the other classes as well. It's going to be awesome. But I'm going to end stream now because it's time. It's time. I'm going to need to do some more research, and I'll do that. I'll do that off stream. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks, Notorious. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Peace. Thank you, Blackleg Timmy. Thank you, Cable. Good night, guys. Colin. No worries, Roken. No worries.